Transform and allow. Just saying. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your August reading. I'm redoing everybody's reading just because, like, my schedule has been really jacked. And I feel like the ones that I've done up to this point have not been to my standards, you know? And I did a poll on IG. You may have answered it. But I didn't want to put the pathology readings up half-assed because y'all know that those are, like, very intricate. And just because my schedule has not been nice to me because of, you know, just trying to play catch up for me being out for so long with the whole teeth debacle and all this other kind of mess, I didn't want to rush through them and I didn't like how they were coming out. So I asked if y'all wanted me to just do regular sign reads. 100% said yes. So I'm here. And you're first, Leo, because it's your season. So anywho, we're going to do a general reading. I'm going to pick an overall energy for your regular life. And then I'm going to use the romance angels to pick a card for your love life. You know what I'm saying? And then we're just going to jump right into this and see what's crack-a-lacking. So let me get an overall energy for Leos for August, please. Spirit, anything they need to know, anything of utmost importance. I asked that come to the forefront, and they got 2 cards. What's really going on, Leo? Joy and completion. It's a celebration, bitches. I'm just saying. So what it's looking like to me overall in the month of August, because we're in post-retro shade right now. So I feel like it's playing catch up to the energies that are already working in you guys' favor. So it's coming to a place where it's accepting and releasing all things that are no longer serving you. And more or less, it's kind of similar to what I had posted on Instagram, I think like a week or so ago, where I was saying to praise in the hallway. And what I mean by that is if you're standing in a hallway and all the doors are locked, it's pretty much have faith and praise now because you know the right door is about to open. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for Leos in this month, it's a transitional period. It's you catching up with all of the things that you know are closing out, things that are ending, people you're letting go of, what have you, in your life. What is that? Oh, okay. Anyway. But it's letting go of people, situations, circumstances that you know are over, cycles that you know that have ended. Oh. That was a text message that came in. But anywho, it's you guys pretty much releasing anything that's no longer serving you or coming to terms with cycles that are ending, right? And more or less standing in faith and joy, right? Even if things aren't looking 100% in your favor right now, it's more or less manifesting joy by you guys stepping into joy, even though your circumstances may not match you being joyous. And hopefully that makes sense. So let's see what's going on in your love life with the romance angels. And whatnot or whatever. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Isn't that a wonderful card for Leos? That's not shade. It is a little bit. But yeah, man. So this transition that you guys are going through, whether this is in your regular life or this is in your love life, the key is going to be allowing. And I know more than anything else, allowing is probably the most complex thing to do sometimes because when something is ending, right? Okay, let me tell you a story. It's kind of like, imagine you experience the sunset for the first time ever in life. Like you've never seen a sunrise. So the only thing that you know is you're outside and the sun is out and, you know, that's happening. And suddenly it starts getting dark and then the sun just disappears. Imagine if you didn't know that there was a sunrise, right? So there was no reassurance that the sun was going to come up again the next day, right? And imagine how much fear that would incite because you would think that the darkness is coming in, it's going to stay forever, right? Because there's no inclination, there's no hint, there's no pattern, there's no reassurance that the sun is going to come out again. That's kind of what I'm feeling with you guys, you know? And the thing is that you're in a situation where it feels like you're losing control, hence the sun going down. You don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to stop the darkness. The key here, that in essence is going to be your deliverance in this situation, whatever this is, whether this is, you know, life, career, money, love, what have you, It's releasing the need to control it, because the need to control is springing from a place of fear. It's springing from a lack of faith. It's springing from a place of not believing in yourself, not trusting in spirit or what have you, depending on the specific circumstances, which we're about to get into now. But the whole thing is just trusting the process, you know? And in spite of, like I said, with the sun setting, not knowing if it'll rise again, it's having trust and having faith, allowing yourself to give into joy and not fear, right? Of a better tomorrow, or the sun coming out again, if that makes sense. So we're going to get into you guys' cards and see what is going on. Whoa, what the hell? Goddamn. Really? Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Well, hot damn. All right, that's good. So it's a new beginning that's happening for you guys. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Leo. Let's see. So that's what's happening. Whatever it is y'all are going through. And I feel the thing that I'm feeling heavily is honing in on this control issue deal. That's really what I'm feeling. And I feel that's where the anxiety and stuff is coming from. It's like, trust and know that a new beginning is coming. Oh, this is so funny. Your challenge is the Hangman. Oh, this is so funny, Leo. So I would consider this card, this is standing in the gap. You know what I'm saying? For some of you specifically, it may require you to, I don't want to say self-sacrifice, but put yourself on the line. And now, the scenario Spirit is giving me right now is interesting. I don't really know how this applies yet, but let me just say it out of my mouth. Okay, so it would be like a parent, right? So a single parent is what I'm seeing specifically. So we're talking about a single parent here. And say you were stacking up money for something and it's school supply time, right? So kids are going back to school. So it's something you were saving money for, and then something happens with your kids where you have to end up spending more money than you thought you did. So that's how I'm kind of seeing this challenge with the Hanged Man. And this is like not saying specifically, but this is just a scenario to kind of illustrate what it is that I'm seeing here. So it's a desire for a new beginning, to start fresh, to start over. And you've worked to obtain this, but it's something that's a setback where you have to sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice for the greater good. So it's something that you were trying to do for yourself. And now you have to, like, the work you've put into something, you're now potentially sacrificing it by investing into someone else. And it's a sadness that comes with that because it feels like a setback. But I feel what the whole thing is with this, it's not really a setback, right? That's for one group of people. For others of you, I'm seeing this more as a liaison phase. It's like losing faith in things starting over. Like, it's at one point, like, you know how we were all talking about with the, well, I can't say all, it was just me. With the retrograde. And I was saying how it's like a slingshot effect. So it's like bringing you backwards to thrust you forwards, right? So it's more or less like hearing that, believing in that, trusting that. And it's like, oh, that's why all of this like shitty stuff is happening to me. And then like Mercury going direct and stuff still being shitty. And you still wondering like, where's my joy? Where's my new beginning? You know what I'm saying? I've been prepping. I've been working for this new beginning and it's not happening. So that's what's kind of making you guys want to fall back into this, like wanting to control the situation, because it's like a bout of doubt. But I feel that the challenge is standing in faith while you're in this liaison phase, because it's like what you've worked for, what you've been hoping for, what you've been desiring has not manifested yet. And I felt this in somebody's end of July reading. I think it was Sage. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway. But it's more or less like standing in faith, even though things externally aren't representing what you want or what it is that you feel like you've worked for. Because seeing how these cards are kind of laying out now is letting me know it's going to happen. It's just you need to be patient right now. I know, Leo. It's very difficult. I'm a Taurus. I understand. Anyway, past influence, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Totally understand being left out in the cold, stagnation. This is my emotional bankruptcy card. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of envy. But the lesson on this type of envy is the fact that you have more power over the situation than you know. And I think that's probably where that frustration is coming from. Because it's more or less like, if you think about the traditional Five of Pentacles, right? And it's like the people outside the church and it's cold outside and things of the sort. And they got the little church and things, you know what I'm saying? But the key is like, why they don't go inside the church though? You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you're needy people, that's a church. Like a church would want to help people who are homeless. So why they just don't go inside the goddamn church? You know what I'm saying? And I feel it's a situation similar to that. But where this is different for Leos is like, I feel like the church is closed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cold outside and it's snowing. And they done left the heat on in the church and all the lights on. Ain't nobody there. So even if you're knocked, the door shall not be open unto you because ain't nobody home. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like one of those situations. So the desperation that I feel that Leo would be having because of this situation is you would be thinking about breaking into the church and you're going to go to hell. I'm just kidding. I don't believe in hell, but maybe you do. Anyway, overall energy, we have the Seven of Wands. Oh, this is so wonderful. You're being triggered. Hashtag Jenny Aiko. So here's the thing, Leo. This is playing out, like I say, this let go of control issues. It's a lack mentality that's triggering you. It instantly puts you into defense mode, and you guys are literally trying to gain dominion over this situation. I really feel like this is Sagittarius. I said this too last month. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be. I don't think it was y'all. But it's like you're trying to gain control over the situation, but the forewarning I'm telling y'all now is if you keep trying to control the situation like you are now, you'll fuck yourself. Because it's like spirit is trying to line things out for your betterment. So things are being strategically aligned in your favor. If you don't trust the process and you end up moving before spirit, because this is all about a divine timing type of thing. If you try to move before spirit, you're going to fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the whole thing is, because I feel like anxiety is being bought up because you want new, you've worked for new, you deserve new, you desire new, right? It's like you're ready to get out of this little shitty state and you're ready to celebrate. You're ready for things to align for you. But it's all of the fears of not having or things not working out in the past. And it's like, I feel it almost like a person where, you know, like all the talk about Mercury retrograde, that being over on the 31st, is almost like a person who has heard that so much where on the 31st you were hoping everything, bam, on that day was just going to snap. Like at midnight, bam, my life has changed, right? But things take a little bit more time. But it's like, I want it and I want it now. And it's not... It's just being very impatient, and that impatience is causing anxiety. It's causing defensiveness. And now it's kind of like dispelling everything that you've learned or trusted up to this point. And it's you trying to like elbow people out of the way for you to get what it is that you feel like is yours. You know what I'm saying? The root influence is the Magician. Yeah, this is where you get into fucking yourself. So here's the deal. You have the power to manifest any type of beginning that you want, Leo. We all know that you're Leo. You're amazing. You're awesome. You know what I'm saying? You're like the king and queen, zodiac. You know what I'm saying? The leader, just rawr. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have the power to do that. But the thing is, don't forget that you're co-creating with the author of the universe. Granted, whatever it is you guys are hoping for, whatever new beginning it is that you guys are hoping for, you can definitely have that, right? You can move before spirit and still manifest what you want if you wanted to. But the thing is it going to be in your highest good is the issue. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for some of y'all, this feels heavily like a money issue to me. For others of you, I feel like it's kind of like a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where it could be like you're dating somebody and it's like, what are we? Where is this going? Are we in a commitment yet? You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel that. And then for others of you, I feel like with a job and like with money, it's like this is taking too long. You know what I'm saying? Why haven't you figured this out yet? Why haven't you told me what we're doing yet type of thing? So it's almost a resistance of going with the flow. But the why you're resistant to going with the flow, the why you're getting so much anxiety, standing in this gap, like in this in-between phase, is based on past experience. So when it comes to the Magician being the root energy of all of this, of course, we know there's two sides to the Magician. You know what I'm saying? We have like, you know, our good Magician. And, well, I'm not going to say good, but we have the light side of the Magician and the dark side of the Magician, right? The dark side is more manipulation, is more control, is more shifting things into one's own personal favor and not really considering how that affects other people. You know what I'm saying? It's all about one's own personal gain. And I feel like this sacrifice in a sense too as well is, it's kind of like my is not is paradigm, but it's slightly different. It's like, of course, I always talk about the is not is paradigm, which is, in essence, when you call something new into your life, like when you're manifesting, when you call something new into your life, the is not has to manifest before the is, because it's like spirit likes to fill voids, right? So if you call anything into your life, the polar opposite comes first so that what you called in can fill that space, right? Because it's like this whole little realm of exchange that we're living in, right? But also, another thing I know to be true about life is every great blessing always begins with a great sacrifice, right? So in order for us to call something amazing into our life, or for us to be, you know, blessed with abundance or what have you, and that's just the nature of life. There's always something we have to sacrifice prior to getting this dope ass blessing. And I feel that's the space that Leo is in right now. There's something that has to be given up. For some of you, it could be habits. It could be ways of operation. I feel for a huge number of you, it's a way that you operate. It's the fact that you say you'll trust the process you do for a little while, but when stuff doesn't work on your time clock, you get pissed and you start trying to control everything to work in your favor. And that has not been working for you because you keep manifesting the proverbial dark side of the magician. So granted, spirit lets you take control. Spirit lets you maneuver things the way that you want to benefit you, but it always ends up a temporary fix because you always end up back here. So it's more or less in this liaison phase because a new beginning is going to happen regardless of what you do. But the question is, what kind of new beginning do you want to manifest? Because you have the power to manifest the light side of the magician or the dark side of the magician. The dark side, like I said, ends in the Five of Pentacles every time. You know what I'm saying? Where you end up with the short end of the stick and you're starting the process all over again. This time you have the chance to manifest something that will have longevity, that will end up not this, but this in reverse. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like fruitful. It's the gift that keeps on giving in a sense. But it's all about you changing your mindset. And if you guys are willing to do that. Oh, then we have the Knight of Wands as your outcome. So yeah, dude. The whole thing is, Leo, this is putting a lot of power in y'all's hands. This is going to turn out however you decide for it to turn out. You're going to have a new beginning regardless, right? But the question is, do you want to have a new beginning that ends the way that all of your new beginnings have up to this point? Or are you going to make the sacrifice to give up those bad habits and those control issues, right? To finally manifest something this time around that's actually going to have longevity and is going to be the gift that keeps on giving, whether that be in love, career, money, what have you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go ahead and throw these dice of resonance. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you can ask a yes or no question. I was so busy looking at you crazy. Formulate a yes or no question if you want to ask one. Aries, Libra, Sun, yes in a few months, and Bay lover partner. Aries, Libra, Sun, yes in a few months, and Bay lover partner. Whatever that's about. Y'all let me know in the comments. We're going to name these dice eventually. Aquarius, I think that's Jupiter. I don't know which one that is. And the number 3. What planet is that? Jupiter. Oh, I was right. Look at me. I'm smart. Anyway, let's see. Achieve abundance via personal growth and ethical living. Feel and express gratitude. Give generously and work on self-improvement. Achieve abundance via personal growth and ethical living. Feel and express gratitude, give generously, and work on self-improvement. Look at that. What did I say? That's your sacrifice. I'm just saying, moving right along. Number 3. Your spirituality gives you strength, expansion, the creator, perseverance, and change agent. Creative inspiration nurtures the life of your dreams. Transform and allow. Just saying. Birth it into life, Leo. That's all I have to say. That has been your reading, Leo. I love your freaking face. If there's an extended to this, the link is going to be below. My schedule is crazy, y'all. But I know I had to get y'all readings out. I was feeling y'all anxiousness in my spirit, and I just can't be dealing with all that. But anyway, if there's an extended, the link will be below. I love your freaking face. I'll see you guys sooner than later.